What's up guys, I'm Devin Lipinski and this is my 2005 Chevy Express van tour. The van itself is a 2005 Chevy Express 3500 retired church van. This van is powered by a Chevy 6-liter engine and a 4L80E transmission. I've had the van for around 2 years. I used to live in my truck for about 2.5 years until the engine blew up, and I bought it as a replacement vehicle while the truck got fixed. I originally built it out pretty fast as a work van so I could live in it full time and move out of the back seat of my truck. But over time, I knew that I had to make some changes. So these are those changes. The changes were, I wanted to stand up and I couldn't stand in this van. I was getting pretty hunched over, so I reached out to High Top Vans in Washougal, Washington, and had them install this high top. They also installed this Max X fan. Second was the 4x4 kit. This van's a 3500, so the springs are a little stiff. That would leave me getting stranded in icy parking lots, road approaches, and don't even get me started on mountain passes. I had this company here, Advanced 4-Wheel Drive in Salt Lake City, Utah, convert the van to 4x4. They lifted it 3 inches. We did wheels and tires. They fixed my radiator, and they also put a power steering box in that was leaking and causing me some issues. I also went ahead and put aluminous front and rear bumpers on the van. I still have to do the winch and the lights, but that'll all come in time. Now these bumpers are not exactly cheap, but they are very high quality. They're aluminum, they're lightweight, and if you're gonna put this much money into a van, you might wanna protect it with some body armor. Without further ado, let's take a look inside the van. As we climb in the van here, we have a Dometic, I think this is a 65-liter fridge. It has a freezer capabilities there. All in all, I'm very happy with this fridge. Moving on over here, we have water in here, a 5-gallon jug that goes to my sink up top here. The sink has a little cutting board in it. That thing's pretty nice. And I did overkill. I put a 3-gallon a minute pump on it, and it just pumps water out. I'll probably change that later. I didn't do a gray water tank. What happens is when you run the sink, the water flows out just directly onto the ground. It's not like I'm dumping quarts of oil or using anything. Really, I brush my teeth through it and that's it. I might catch some shit for that. Brushing your teeth and just throwing it all over parking lots and putting it in nature? What are you, crazy? I bought these cabinets. This is a hanging cabinet. I think it's 30 inches tall. These cabinets came from Home Depot. They're a plywood cabinet. I love them. I like the white, and I love this butcher block countertop, except for I've already stained it. I put these little bamboo containers here so I can hold miscellaneous garbage. The floor I installed was just some leftover flooring that my grandfather had, accented by this beautiful Turkish rug that I picked up in Turkey that leads right back to my full-size bed. Can you tell I'm a dude? The bed's not perfect. I had to cut the mattress in order for it to fit lengthwise this way, and then that would be side to side. I didn't have to change anything there. It's a little tight. Two people could sleep in here. I'm 5'10". It seems to work out just fine if I sleep at a good diagonal, but I can sleep this way if I need to. I ended up buying this little 24-inch or 27-inch Roku smart TV just so I didn't have to be on my phone all the time. That's powered by my Starlink, which just sits up in the dash just in case I have to take it out. I put this seat swivel in. It's nice when I have a passenger. I can just flip it around and they can ride with me. I don't expect hauling over any more than 2 people. I had a friend that had taken theirs out, their front seat out completely, and they put a box here, and it was just extra room for storage. I don't think that that's exactly necessary for me, because I would like to travel with somebody eventually. The bed's a little high, which I kind of like because I have the extra space down below for storage, and up top I still have so much room here. I have this little nightstand here, which I can charge my phone at night while I'm sleeping. Right on the back side here, I have my heater control. That's my thermostat, so if I'm just laying in bed, I can turn on the heater and heat the van up super fast. I don't even have to get out of bed. It makes it nice and cozy. Every morning, when it's freezing, and you know the feeling when you don't want to get out of bed, that solves that. I can have it 80 degrees in here in, I don't know, like 30 minutes without a doubt. Over here, I have my cabin lights for this light above this counter. I have another cell phone charger. This is my travel phone that I would take around the world with me and just get a SIM card. That's a nice spot to charge. And then a spot for just random stuff. This cubby hole here is mostly clothes. You can tell I really care about them because I folded them all nice and neat for the video. I have my food storage bag up there in case I want to go hiking. It's full of freeze-dried meals and, of course, the dreaded tuna creations. This cubby hole here is big, and it's becoming a problem because I just throw anything and everything up there. I may decide to throw some shelves in here to make it a little more neat, but we haven't got there yet. Like, this is my through hiking backpack. That's my favorite backpack, actually, that I use all the time. So it needs to be accessible. Some of this other stuff, not quite. I don't know if I need to cover this with some sort of, like, maybe a curtain, but I don't mind just having it wide open. It doesn't mean anything to me to have it open. The ceiling is 1/4 inch tongue and groove. I thought this would be the most usable material. It's really lightweight. I didn't want to get too top heavy. That follows into this white, which is a white painted board, which is shiplap. I thought those lines would look good. They kind of direct your eyes towards the back of the van. It's almost like an upside down boat. I have these lights here. The lights are a cheap Amazon Navio. I went with these lights because they're affordable, and once I got them installed, I bought 4 more of them. I love them. I like the fact that they're dimmable on the light itself, and then you can change the color of the light. That eliminates another little knob or some more wiring. It was just a 2-wire system. Hook it up and you're going. I put more lights down here. Same brand, same style. I have a very easy switch to get to them. And now I can see underneath of my bed for storage. I have 2 more lights under there. Next, let's talk about the power system. I did a 320 amp Tucson alternator. I think that thing was around $410, maybe a little more. I installed the Big 3 power kit which is just basically this 1/0 wire so you can not fry your whole system. It's overkill, but I don't care. I don't want to have any issues. The power system comes off of this battery, so this is part of my big 3 kit here, and then this runs to my van. There's a fuse right here, and then this wire, these 2 wires run back, coming off of the alternator. These wires come back here, and they plug into this 40 amp DC to DC charger by Renogy, soon to be replaced with the 60 amp DC to DC charger. Now, the DC to DC charger is basically like a check valve in a water system, but it's for power. What that will do is it's gonna allow you to charge your lithium ion batteries in the back of the van, your auxiliary batteries, without draining the front battery. So it's a completely separate system. However, they're plugged together, and that's what separates them. I have this countertop to where it pulls out. I can just set it on the bed, and inside here is my power system and my heater. The power comes back here to more breakers, into the bus bars, into my little fuse panel, and that goes down to my 2000 watt inverter. My heater is down here, my power is down here. I haven't had any issues with heat. That directs up and around and comes back out this way. Underneath here, if you haven't watched the previous videos, there's 400 amp hours of lithium ion phosphate batteries. That's 200 amp hour batteries. It's enough with the power system. Let's go look at the trunk, or as everybody else likes to call it, the garage. I don't call it a garage, it's just a spot to put my shit. This bumper's sick, dude. Basically, well, yeah, it's super sick, but it already broke. So Illuminous, I don't know what you do about that. This side works good. I picked up that box in Hood River, Oregon for 200 bucks. That's a screaming deal. But this side right here, the clamp here busted. So I have to pick it up every time I want to shut it. Yeah, look at that quality work up here. Just a piece of plywood so my pillows didn't fall out. I may change that a little later. Anyway, underneath here is just a catch-all of garbage. Got a boot dryer. I got another pack. I got my boots, work stuff. I even got a power tank in here. Nothing too fancy. This is a work van and I live in it all the time. I will take out my tools that are in here from which I use to build the van. Like up on top there, there's a sander. That's got to come out. I got an extra fan. Inside this tote is just clothes. So I'll have to do something with that. I got a sweet little chair here, a drill, and tools and extra backpacking stuff. As I live in this, things just evolve. You will figure out how you like to live in it. And there's no better way than to do that over time. Got the paint chipping away here. Mind you, this is a 2005 old van with almost 230,000 miles on it. In this bottom box, I just have my grill and my propane. There's plenty of room in there for some more stuff. The top box is locked right now, but if you can imagine it, there's fluids in there for the van, some miscellaneous tools, and an impact wrench because that's expensive. I want it locked up. Picked up this tire for 50 bucks. It's the same size. You can't be rolling around without a spare. Now you're probably asking, why did I choose the Chevy Express van? Well, they're affordable. This thing cost me $5,000 to get. I think $6,000 into the high top, which was installed with the fan, no wiring, no tongue and groove. I am $24,000 into the wheels, the tires, the radiator, the steering box, the front bumper, and the 4x4 conversion. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to put into a van like this. What are you, crazy? Maybe. But the fact that this van will last me forever, it's the Chevy 6.0. It's basically a truck. It's they're so common. If you are on the road right now, I guarantee you've seen one today. Yeah, the paint sucks, she's rusting out, but it's such a good van. I'm in love with this thing. I don't think I screwed up at all. Now, I'm still under $50,000 on this van. You can't even touch a conversion build 4x4 Sprinter for that. It would be beat to shit. And then what are you gonna do? How are you gonna fix it? You're not going to the junkyard to fix this thing. You're just not. All in all, if you're looking to get into a budget van, go with the Chevy Express. You can find these things for $3,000. Why do the Sprinter? Why do the Sprinter unless you got money to burn and you like payments? I own nothing on that van. But she's rusting out. That's just some surface rust. I will repaint that. I already did. If anybody has any ideas on how to actually solve that properly, I sanded it down to bare metal. I primered the living shit out of it, and I hit it with the matching paint color and some clear coat, and she still rust. I think it's because there's a lip up underneath of the van that's like angled like this, and it just allows moisture to fit and sit in there, plus all the garbage that gets washed up by the wheels. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. That is my 2005 Chevy Express 4x4 van that I had built. I have built it twice, and I like it now. If you guys have any questions or anything that you would change on something like this, what van would you go with? How would you do a build? Is it stupid? What do you think of the white cabinets and the butcher block? What do you think of my van build? Drop a comment below, and if you like somewhat of content like this, subscribe. I'm gonna say thank you if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. I've been building my YouTube channel, I've been building that van, I've been failing through hikes, and I just want a little bit more community so I can hang out with people that are like-minded, van lifers, hikers, and or people with some sort of passion to travel. Where are my people at? Like and subscribe if you're my people.
Megatroid in Mega City, thinking that my world's so pretty, oh. Oh, wants to be the general, but I play custard singing, so oh, oh.